Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, and we are back in Variant 7. This is going to be Chapter 3.2, going up the middle path. And this path is a pretty easy path, depending on who you're bringing, but it has life transfer, which is super forgiving. It also has Psychic Thorns, so you do want somebody that has, like, energy attacks. And I think I use my Cosmic Ghost Rider for like most of these lines. But yeah, you can see that the damage that this Cosmic Ghost Rider puts out, I mean, it's just nuts. I really like Cosmic Ghost Rider. I know he's an awesome champ. And yeah, he just has damage output that is just nutty. Now, on that special, I kind of messed up because I didn't see that Vulture had phased and that vigilance buff had worn off, so I wasn't able to bypass that and missed a chance to hit him big. But here we go. We hit him with a decent L2, and we're just going to go back in. And look at these crits, man. 14k, 9k. Just crazy damage. And with life transfer, if you happen to get hit, you're going to heal all of that damage back up really quick. And then look, we got another revive on this path. There's so many revives in this variant 7, it's kind of crazy. I'm going to go through and count them all up after I have uploaded all these videos. But here we have a Stealth Spidey. Cosmic Ghost Rider is a solid champ here because he's going to turn off his suit thing, which is going to give him less chance to evade. And yeah, we're just going to light this Spidey up in just a second. And yeah, this dude doesn't stand a chance. I know there's all kinds of rotations with Cosmic Ghost Rider. I pretty much just go with a 5-hit combo ending in a medium, then I do a heavy and end another combo with a light, and then launch off an L2, and if they're not dead, basically just repeat that, and then by then they're just dead. But yeah, you can just see like Cosmic Ghost Rider is just ripping through this line. I do have Hyperion, which I'm going to use Hype, I think, on the last fight. So here I do get hit. I wasn't paying attention to the Furies. I get auto-blocked and smacked. But then check this out. So I went all the way down to like 30% or something like that. And we're going to hit her with L2. And we're back up to 100%. So if you do slip up, as long as you're bringing somebody that's a heavy hitter, life transfer is going to save your bacon. And yeah, you can heal pretty much any of the Psychic Thorns damage that's going on. So yeah, we're gonna smack her with a special 3 after I do that heavy. And yeah, Cosmic Ghost Rider, he's awesome. And I love Ghost Rider to begin with, so Cosmic Ghost Rider, he's got some awesome animations. He's just an awesome champ. If you can't armor break the opponent, they're debuff immune in some way, then his damage output is severely gimped and he's not as great. But man, if you can armor break, whew, the opponent doesn't stand a chance. So yeah, so we get the Medusa down. Now we're going to portal jump over to that Iron Patriot. And I think Iron Patriot and the next War Machine, I'm just going to use Ghost Rider. You know, this may not be like the best showcase of all different kinds, but I was just kind of having fun, and I was just ripping through this line. So yeah, so I end a combo with a medium, heavy, get the aptitude buff up, and then end a combo with a light into a special 2, get a whole bunch of armor breaks on, and then repeat. So I blocked that so I could potentially get another long crit, but then I accidentally dexed on that heavy. Not a big deal. I mean, you still are just doing massive damage. And we're going to light him up here, and he's gone. Yeah, I mean, basically two rotations of his buffs, and the damnation just ripped to shred any champion. And you know, these champions got like 200k health, so that's pretty nice that you basically can do 4 combos, and the champion that you're fighting is dead, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's how I'm ripping through these guys. Medium ender, heavy, light ender, and then hit him with an L2, and then repeat. Pretty easy recipe for success. And yeah, the damage is just it's real good. I mean, look at that 11k crit on that medium, on that end of that combo. Yeah, pretty awesome. A bunch of those armors fell off. That's okay. Do a heavy, interrupt that with the L2. We're back to just ripping this war machine to shred. And yeah, he goes down. And then last up, we have Magneto. Now, Cosmic Ghost Rider is a metal champion. I do go and check. I'm like, oh yeah, he's metal. It's not going to work for Hype. For Magneto. So I bring in Hype. Hype is not metal. And we're just going to heavy and burn this guy to the ground. Getting a bunch of Furies, getting a bunch of Incinerates, and this Magneto just doesn't stand a chance. Healing up anything that's coming through Thorns, the Psychic Thorns. And yeah, I mean, look at that Incinerate damage. He is just melting away. And I think we're pretty much going to end with full health. Or very, very, very close to it. Yeah. So that line is pretty easy. Just bring a really good heavy hitter, preferably somebody that has like energy damage attacks, so you can mitigate the Psychic Thorns damage that's going on. And then here, I did try to take out this Venom with Cosmic Ghost Rider, and I fail. And then I go in with Hype, and I fail. And then I go in with Mr. Fantastic, and I do really, really good, and then I mess up right at the end. So I've been trying different options. The first time I went in with Thing, I got the solo. It was a long fight, trying to see if I could get find a better option. I know you can cheese this guy with Ronin, even though he's a villain. He works. And the one thing with Cosmic Ghost Rider here is just the Energize. I'm trying to keep this guy to his L1, and he's just not throwing. And yeah, this guy's power gain is kind of nutty, and I don't like pushing him to his L2. I can't evade it, but I just prefer the L1. But it's a ton of L1s that you have to evade, and I just get smacked, and I fail. So we're gonna go up next to try to take this guy out with Hype, and I think I fail like right away. Basically, I don't think I do much of any damage on this. And Hype is good. If you have a bunch of Cosmics on the team, you have like ability accuracy increased and whatnot, you can potentially stun lock this guy. And I do try, I think on the next path. But yeah, we'll get to that when I post that video. But Hype is a decent solution. I probably should have just spammed a bunch of L1s. But this guy just wasn't throwing specials, and I get backed up and I die. So big fail right there. So then we're going to come in with Mr. Fantastic. Or Or do I go in with She-Hulk first? No, I go in with Mr. Fantastic. So he's got like 80% health left. I apply some the debuff siphoner and the suppression field to mitigate his power gain. And Mr. Fantastic can do a really, really solid job here. And so my whole plan here is to get a ton of debuffs on this guy. It's going to really, really slow down his power gain, which is nice because the energize, it's only energized like 100%, but it's quite annoying. And so I'm going to try to get him to throw his special ones, get that locked down for the study passive. There we go. So now if I happen to get hit by his L1, it's going to be super, super weak and do minimal damage. And I believe I tried to push, did I push him? And I don't remember if I push him and get him to his L2s. But I just want to keep those debuffs on. Here we go. There's an L2. Dex out of it. Hit him with a special 1 or special 2. Double the debuffs that I have on him. And then I do want him to throw another special 2, but he throws a special 1. And we're just going to get back to another special 2. Throw on another one, which I'll get 3 suppressions and debuff siphoners on him. Lots of debuffs. Got the shock on him. Got the study passive 1 on him. You know, Mr. Fantastic does have a lot of utility. You can see he's doing some work. I think he would do really, really well in this fight if he had like the full Fantastic team, where basically he kind of turns into like a mini Void, where all those debuffs are doing passive damage over time. But yeah, so we have all 3 of those debuffs locked in. I also have the synergy from She-Hulk, where every time I place a debuff on him, it places a permanent power sting. So every time he does throw a special, he gets power stung, and yeah, we dex out of that L2, so we can get him to throw 1 more L2. We're gonna have him locked down there, which will be really nice. Okay, so here we go. Okay, we dex out of that, so now he's locked down special 1 and special 2. So our power gain is going to be quite significant. We're going to get to an L3, I think, or maybe I know I mess up here somewhere towards the end. And yeah, I think do we L3 him, get the Fury? Maybe not. But yeah, so Mr. Fantastic can definitely do this fight. I would probably bring like a full Mr. Fantastic team plus She-Hulk for the power stings. Yeah, and I get hit by the L2, even with the L2 being study passive. It killed me. It's because he has so many buffs on and whatnot, but so that's unfortunate. And then I go in with Hulk and basically tap him over. So yeah, not the best showing on Venom, but we didn't have to use any items. And yeah, it was kind of fun to use Mr. Fantastic, who I wasn't planning on using, but he definitely can work. I get hit with an L2, but the nice thing is I got those study passes on, so that L2 didn't do much damage, because Mr. Fantastic's abilities kind of crossed over from the next fight. But there we go. That's all we got for this one. Thanks for watching, fellas. Appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.